Hello everyone, today I'm gonna share one of the really important things which can help you stand out of the crowd in the competitive field of SEO. If you want your website to stand out of the crowd available in Google searches, this video is for you because in this video I'll explain what is the schema markup, how you can add that on your website, and how schema markup can help improve search engine visibility. No matter it's Google, Yahoo, Bing, all of these search engines collectively created this markup code, which if you add on your website, going to stand out from the crowd, stand out from all of the other websites available in Google searches. So if you want to learn, make sure to watch the complete video, and don't worry if you are not technical, if you're a small business owner, Shopify store owner, WordPress website owner, you don't need to learn anything to code. You will just follow this video step by step, and I'm going to tell you every single thing in detail on how you can improve your SEO by implementing schema markup. So if you want to learn, let's get into the screen. So guys, this is the website schema.org where all of the schemas are available and where you can read the history of what is a schema and what is JSON-LD. You can read in detail about that. And if you go to schemas, the page, here you will find all of the type of schemas which you can add. And here you can see that there are more than 800 types of schemas with 1500 plus properties, 19 data types. And you can add all of this on your website to improve the search visibility. Now, as a small business owner who don't know anything about technical SEO, who don't know about anything coding, you might be thinking which one I should add. I mean, should I add the person? Should I add the organization schema? Should I add the local business? Don't worry about that. I'm going to explain that to you guys, how you can generate the schemas and how you can add that on your website. These are the primary ones which you can add on your website. And before I dive into it, let me show you the Google Search Console of the improvements which I am personally getting from the schemas. So by adding the schemas, you improve the search results. So one of the schema example is aggregate rating. So if I search my website in Google, you can see on this result, here is the meta title of this website visible on the Google search. This is the meta description. This is the schema markup for aggregate rating, right? That's the type of schema. If we go to schema.org again, you can see that we have this aggregate offer, and here we have this aggregate rating. So this aggregate rating schema markup, which I have added on my website to display it look like this. And obviously it improves the CTR because it is more visible. And here's another schema markup added, which is the breadcrumb. So if I zoom in, you can see this here. It's giving you this breadcrumbs, which is after this greater than sign, right? So this is all coming via the schema markups. Now let me show you my own website reports where I'm getting the improvements from the rich snippet. So that's the report of the Google Search Console. And if I scroll down and then click on search appearance, you can see I got 2000 plus clicks and more than 300k impressions just because this review snippet, which is the aggregate rating, which I have added on my blog post, on all of the blog posts. And in last 3 months, I got about 3,240k clicks. More than 2,000 clicks, I was getting it from aggregate rating schema markup. So you can also improve the CTR, also get a lot of impressions by adding this type of a schema markup on your website. Now, it's not just about the aggregate rating. You can add the product schema. If you are running an e-commerce store, you can add the product schema. Here is the product schema, which you can add. And these are all of the properties. Now, the next question you might have is that it's too technical. I cannot code. I don't want to code to add this type of schema markups. Now, let me give you another free tool which is available. So if you go to SEOschemamarkup.com, that's the free tool where you can generate these codes. And you can do this for all the primary schema markups. So if you want to add for FAQ, so you might have noticed FAQ showing up directly in Google search results. These are because of these FAQ schema. Here we have the product schema. Here we have article and author schema. Here's the breadcrumb schema. I already shown you guys the example, and this is the organization schema which shows up on the right side. I'm going to share the example of that as well. And all of these schema markups can be generated without learning any code. So just click on, let's say if you want to generate the schema code for product, just click on product schema and you will add your product name, whatever your product name is. So I'm just going to change it to test product. And you can see that it's also changing the code here, right? So all you have to do is just copy the JSON code, which is this, or copy the script and add it to the header of your website to add the schema markup. And then after adding this code, you will need to go to Google Search Console and test the live URL in order to make it indexed on Google. So guys, I've created this test WordPress install. So if you guys are not tech savvy, if you don't know how to code, I'm going to give you a step-by-step instructions on how you can do that on WordPress website. And if you let me know in the comments below for which platform you want to add the schema, I'm going to create a separate video for that. So let's say if you want me to create a tutorial for Shopify, for Wix, for any other platform, just let me know in the comments below. So let's start adding the schema on this test WordPress website, which I have created. So what I'm going to do, I'll add this review rating schema, which I showed you guys earlier, which I've added on my personal website, on my company website. I'm going to add this on this test WordPress install, which I have created. So let's click on review and rating schema. And this is the code which we will add, right? Actually, not the product one, we're going to add the book one because we don't have the products. We have, let's say, book on our WordPress install. Now let's go to the backend of the WordPress website. So I'm going to go to the dashboard and then go to pages, click on add page to add a new page. Now I'm going to name this aggregate rating testing because the schema type which we are adding is actually the aggregate rating, right? So this is the page. And now when you click on this block and add the /, you have the option of adding these blocks. Alternatively, you can click on this plus sign and then click on custom HTML, right? Both works fine. So let's add in custom HTML block. And here I'm going to click on edit HTML. And from this tool, the schemamarkup.com, you can basically change the item name. So whatever the name of the item you are adding the schema markup for, reviewer name, rating given. And if you click on advanced and recommended fields, you have this option of average rating value, how many review count you want to add. You can add all of this, right? So best possible rating is 5. Aggregate rating value, the average value which we will get from the rating is 4.6, and the total number of reviews is 128. So that's the schema markup which we are adding. You can select the date. I'm gonna select the date to be today, and here we go. Now all of this is translated here in the code form. Now let's click on copy this script and then go back to the page. And on this HTML block which we added, I'm going to paste this JSON code here, right? And then click on update and then click on publish to publish the page. Perfect. Our page is published. Obviously, it's a blank page. I haven't added anything on this page, just the schema markup code. Now, the next step which you want to do on your own website is copy this URL and come to this test rich results. You can validate that from the schema as well. So if you want to click on validate from schema.org, you can add a URL on validator.schema.org, or you can add it to search.google.com test search results. I'm going to add both of the link in the description, and I'm going to add the link of the SEO schemamarkup.com as well. So you can easily generate the schema markup, test it from either validator.schema or the Google test search result. Now let's test it. I'm going to paste the URL where we added the code. I'm going to click on test URL. And here you can see that 2 valid items detected. And if I click on review snippets, you can see that we have the same title showing up here, which we added here. So that's our item name. And if I click on that, you can see all of the details showing up. Now it is going to display those star ratings on the Google search, which I already shown you guys earlier. So if I check this URL, you can see that we have multiple blog posts showing up aggregate rating, where we have, this is the average rating value. This is the total number of reviews, and these are the star ratings, which is called aggregate rating schema markup. So that's how easy it is for you to add the custom schema markup on your WordPress website. Now let's test the same URL on our validator.schema.org. I'm going to copy the URL again and paste it here and click on run test. And you can see that we have our schema markup showing up here and it's all good. There are 0 errors and 0 warnings. And if I check out my page, we will have the schema markup code showing up. So that's our schema markup code, right? And you can test this code as well. So if you don't want to test the URL, you just want to test the code, you can just click on this code snippet after going to validator.schema.org and paste your code. So the code which we added is this one. So I'm going to copy this here and paste it here and then click on run test. You can see that it shows 0 errors and 0 warnings, meaning the code is working fine. And if you would have any error on your code, it is going to give a red warning in errors here. So let's say I remove these 2 fields, which are the required fields. And now if I test it again by clicking on this validate button, you can see that we have this error showing up, missing or object member name. So if you will have any type of error, you would show this red color warning. And even on this Google, you will have the red color warning showing up if you have any errors on the schema markup of your page. So that's it for this video, guys. I hope you guys like it. And until next video, have a great day.